Now I am so excited today. This is a fabulous project we're about to do. Now my name is Lynn, but I'm better known as Nana Lynn by all the children on my classes. I'm a professional artist and a qualified teacher, and I've been teaching for many years. I'd like to make my content in my drawing classes as accessible as possible for all learners. And I would appreciate any feedback on how I can do that in the future. And if you would like auto-generated subtitles on this video, please go to the 3 dots in the corner and select captions. Okay. Anyway, let's get started on this fun drawing, shall we? See you in the studio.
Well,
bye for now.
Children, did you enjoy drawing your robot and colouring him in? Well, that's just part 1 of the drawing. I think it would be very nice to give him a home, maybe a house. Maybe make the house look a bit kind of as a perfect house for a robot to live in. Maybe he'd like his house to be made out of metal like he is. Maybe he would like to have lots of levels on his house, a downstairs and upstairs, and maybe even a 3rd upstairs would be nice for him. Well, we will see what develops as we draw it. And maybe we need to give him some greeny grass area, a hill perhaps, and a tree. Maybe we'll even put in a rainbow. Let's see what happens as we draw it. Now in my mind, I'm going to do a nice building made out of metal for him with nuts and bolts just like he is, so he feels at home. But first of all, let's draw I know we can draw it very easily. We're going to start here, okay, just by the side of him, and draw a big hill. Let's go behind him. Don't want it in front of him, do we? So it's behind him. So bring that line out here. So that's the hill his house lives on. So don't do the line through him, otherwise it look like it's in front of him, won't it? Make sure that line goes behind. So that's the first part. And at the bottom, we're going to do a line here that joins with his feet, and here, all along there. And take that line further out. That can be the pathway, can't it? So he's got a hill and a pathway, and maybe we'll have another hill over here. So easy drawing so far, yes? Now we need to draw his house, don't we? Up on the hill, I think, would be a nice place for his house, don't you? Now we want it to be a robot house, a house perfect for a robot. So we're going to do oblong shapes like his body, but this time instead of making curves, nice soft curves at the side of the oblong, we're going to make them nice and strong and pointy. So let's do one line down here, one line across here, one line up here, and one line up here. So it's very much like his oblong shape here and his oblong shape here, but with nice sharp corners instead of curved ones. So that's the first part of his house. Now let's give him a second part. Let's do a line here and a line here and give another line here. So we've got 1 floor, 2 floors, and perhaps we'll give him 3 floors, another line here, another line here, and another line here. Oh, I don't think that's tall enough, do you? Do you think he needs another floor on his house? Yes, let's give him another floor. Oh, look now, he has quite a tall house, doesn't he? So, what do you think would be on his house? Some windows. Let's draw a window here. And a window here. Now, these window shapes are squares, aren't they? They're not oblongs. They're not long ones like this. They're all the same length. That's a line the same length, that line's the same length, that line's the same length, that line's the same length. And so is this window. They are squares. So we're going to put lots of squares into his house. Let's do lots of windows. I think robots would like to see out lots, don't you? Maybe a door could be here And we put a little handle here. And let's give him some more windows up here. They can be anywhere you want them. They don't have to be perfect. Let's draw another window in here. Now I like that very much. Now we want to make it look more like a robot house, don't we? So maybe we have a spring, like his legs, going up here. And going up here. And going up here. And here. Doesn't that look like his legs? We can do another one here. And another one here. And here. And here. So doesn't that look like coils, just like on his arms and legs? Now I think this house needs an antennae, just like the robot. So should we do that on the top here? We give him a big ziggy zag and a nice round circle, just like his antennae there. Now it needs some bolts. I think it needs some bolts. So we're going to do some round circles, and then the round circle, round circles, all over the place. You can put them anywhere you want, your round circles. And in those circles we need to put little lines so they look like bolts. Anyway, I think that looks quite like a house that would be perfect for a robot. Do you think the robot would have curtains? I don't know. I think he probably wouldn't. I think he'd like to have just the windows as they are so they can see out. He can see out any time he wants to. What about a tree? Should we put a tree? I think a tree would be very nice just here. So let's put a tree trunk in first. We're going to do a nice slightly curved line there. And another slightly curved line there. Can you see that? That's good, isn't it? Now, that hill behind in the middle there needs to be rubbed out, doesn't it? Because we don't want that hill to look like it's in front of the tree. So we're going to rub out that line and make sure that doesn't look as though that hill's in front of the tree. Now, I think a robot wouldn't have a perfectly round tree foliage. I think I'm going to make it look a bit like an ice cream. So I'm going to put a straight line there and a curve there. Looks like an ice cream, doesn't it? But maybe we'll give him another big ice cream shape. Oh, I think that's looking great. And another one here. So that looks like an ice cream, but it also looks like a tree. I think that would be quite nice. And maybe the robot doesn't have green trees. Maybe he has, I don't know, purple trees. We will see what colour we choose at that point. I think it could do with another little tree just over here. Let's make him a little tree. So again, a little round curve, and a straight line, and a nice curve, straight line, nice curve, straight line, nice curve. But you can see this tree is smaller and it looks like it's further away, doesn't it? Because it's smaller. I think that's a good idea to do a tree smaller. It makes it look like the picture has what we call perspective. So it looks like something's further away. Have you ever been on an aeroplane and you look out the window and you see the things on the ground? They look tiny, don't they? Pretend you see a house on the ground. Now think about it. Doesn't that house look tiny because you're so far away? Yet really the house is quite big, isn't it? And that's what we call perspective. If you're far away looking at something, it looks smaller. So when we draw it, we can give that idea of something being far away by making it smaller. Anyway, I like that. So I want to start colouring it in. Now, okay, so our metal house could be turquoise like our robot, but I think what I would do is make it a darker turquoise. So I'm going to use this darker colour and colour it in. So I'm going to do this quite fast now. So I want you to pause your video and then come back to it when I finish.
Oh, listen, Robby is talking to his friends all the way over in the house through his antennae and the antennae on the house. He's sending them a message. I think he's saying that he would like some of that ice cream on the ice cream tree. Could you imagine how he could stand where he is and reach out his stretchy arms and reach the ice cream and take a big chunk?
So guys, you can all see now that I have coloured in what was big grass really, but I've coloured it in purple and pink. And I like that, and I've given it a few grasses just by drawing in straight lines here at the base of the tree, and under the tree, just like under the robot, I used the same colour, but I pressed harder with my crayon and make this shadows under the trees. What do you think so far? Do you think it's okay so far? So you can, of course, pause the video, stop the video, and you can colour in your grass. Now you don't need to do it the same colour as I've done it. You can do it any colour you want, even green. But I like to think of this place as being Robot Land, and I've given a name to my robot. I'm calling him Robby. What are you going to call your robot? And are you going to make Robot Land all interesting colours and shapes? I wonder. Now the next thing I want to do is colour in the trees. So I'm going to use orange like the robot's hands, and I'm going to use purple, but I need to colour in the tree trunk. So just colour that in brown. Make that simple. The tree trunk we're just going to do colour in brown. But again, you can choose any colour you want. And let's colour in this tree trunk. There we go. Now I'm going to use the 3 colours for my ice cream shaped tree. So I'm going to use the orange, colour in that orange. There we go. And I'll do this one over here. And let's do a pink one next. No, let's do a purple one next. And I'm going to do the pink one at the top. There we go. Now we've got the trees coloured in. We better colour in that antennae, so I guess we better do that orange just like the robot, leaving a little white spot in the middle. So how about we draw in another distant hill. Remember, when you draw in a hill, you've got to go behind what's in front. So there we go, and we'll probably bring that hill down there. So I'm going to colour that hill in now. What colour shall I make that hill? I think I might colour that hill in green. Now yes, we're going to do a green, just like it is green grass. I think we can have the rainbow colours in the drawing rather than the rainbow in the sky. So we're going to colour in this. I'm doing it fast, but you can take as much time as you want by pausing the video, stopping the video, and you can colour it in much better than I'm doing it, I'm sure, because I'm doing it really fast. And here we go, this side. Behind the robot, remember, the hill is behind, not in front. And that little bit behind there. Okay, so we've got another hill in there. That's looking nice, isn't it? Do you think we need another hill? Well, rainbows have many colours, so perhaps we could put another hill in. How about one just behind here, a little one just behind the house and behind the tree? Let's choose a yellow, and we can colour that one in a yellow. But you can choose any colour you want. Again, behind the tree, behind the house, we put in the colours. If we put them in front, it wouldn't look right, would it? So there we go, we've got the yellow in now. Lots of hills. Oh, do we think we need another one? No, I think we're going to leave it like that. But you know what? I'm going to make that be clouds. So let's draw in some clouds with the pencil. So to draw the clouds you want, let's draw a straight line at the base, a curly one to there, another curly there, and another curly there. That's a big cloud. And let's make a small one over here. A straight line, a curly shape, another curly shape, and another curly shape. We've got two big clouds in the sky. Now clouds are whitish colours, aren't they? But we are in robot land, Robby's robot land. Aha, I have a nice reddish colour now. So I'm going to colour that cloud in. Again, I'm doing it really fast. You can colour, you can stop the video and colour yours in much better than this and take a nice long time to do it really good. Let's do the other cloud the same colour. Okay, I'm happy with that. Now I think I'm going to leave the sky white and not blue like it is here. I'm going to make it white because it's Robby's robot land and it can be any colour that I want it to be. But what about the pathway? Should we do something with the pathway? Let's make it, I think we could make it orange, don't you? So I'm going to colour that pathway in orange. And there we go, that will do nicely. And now the pathway's coloured in. Do you think we could do with some birds in the sky? Do you know how you can make them very easy birds? They're upside down W's. W, upside down. Bit like an M. And another one. Let's do that one a bit more curly. There we go. Upside down W's or M's. Maybe we'll have another little one over here in the distance. Again, make him smaller than the foreground ones, these ones, so he looks like he's a long way off. So, it's almost finished, isn't it? Let's just colour in the doorway in the house. I've forgotten the doorway. We're leaving the windows just plain white, but the doorway I think could do with some colour. So let's make him purple. There we go. Now I am very happy with that drawing. However, here's a little tip for you. If we outline it with, say, a black felt tip pen, it would look very much more dynamic and it would look very much more bold. Now I like it as it is, so you can just leave yours as it is with the pencil being all the drawing part. But if we go on top with a felt tip pen, a black felt tip pen, it starts to make everything look more bold. So let's just go over all the pencil work and make the robot even more dynamic. Can you see how it's already starting to look so much more dynamic and bold? Now we can start off by just doing the robot, and you can decide whether you want to put the black line outline on everything. Of course, you don't need to use black, you can use a coloured felt tip pen. But black is quite bold and it does make it stand out. And I think it will make this picture even better. So again, you can pause the video whilst I outline my robot, Robby, my Robby robot in Robby's robot land. Let's do his nose and his dot mouth. That's just nails in there, isn't it? How do you think that's standing out now compared to the pencil work that we drew in first? Let's do his spring and now his body. All I'm doing is tracing on top of all the pencil lines I've made. See, if I've drawn it first in the felt tip pen and I made a mistake, I couldn't rub it out, could I? So drawing it first in pencil, if you make a mistake, you can rub it out. But with the felt tip pen, of course, you can't. So once you've drawn it in pencil and you're happy with it, all you need to do is go over all the pencil work with the felt tip pen. Look how bold he's looking now. He's really standing out, isn't he? Here I'm going over the hands. And it's really good gives you lots more control over your drawings if you can actually draw on top of what you've already drawn really accurately. Try it. It takes a bit of practice, but you will get better and better with practice. Tracing over carefully. Take a bit more time than I'm doing. I am rushing it a bit, but you can pause the video and catch up with me. Now look at Robby. Isn't he looking bold and standing out from all the background? He looks really good, doesn't he? Now, if you want, you can just don't do any outlines on the rest. Just leave it as Robby being bold and standing out. But if you want to, you can put the outlines on all the other pencil work. So you choose. What I'm going to do now, so you can see what it looks like, is put the felt tip pen on all of the pencil work. So you can then choose whether you just want to put felt tip pen on Robby or on all of it. You may like it best like this, or you may like it best with the felt tip pen on everything. You can make your choice. So I'm going to start with the birds. There we go, one bird, two birds, and the little bird in the distance. Then the cloud. There we go. And the other cloud. And there we go. That's the other cloud. Oh, I quite like it. Now I'm going to do the house. The 10i first. And the sides of the buildings, the same as on Robby. And the screws, bolts go on top, and the screw there. Just trace on top of all your pencil work with the pen. It just makes it all stand out and much more bold. Again, you can pause the video, stop the video and catch up. Let's do this hill at the background. And we'll do the tree, the ice cream tree in Robby's Robot Land. Do the tree trunk. And we'll maybe go on top with some black for the grasses. Let's do this other tree. I think we'll put the other hill in. Wow, it's coming together now. Tree trunk, a few extra grasses with the black. And this one, don't forget behind Robby. And the pathway. Wow, and I think we can say that is a finished painting. But you know what? You're an artist. And what do artists always do with their artwork? They always sign it. So in the corner here or here, you can put your signature. You can write your name. Now, I don't write my full name. I always just put L-R-H. That's how I sign my artwork. But you need to sign it with your name. So I hope you enjoyed creating the second part of the drawing and making a nice home for Robby the Robot in Robot Land. Okay, bye-bye. I hope to see you on the next video. Bye-bye. So I hope you enjoyed your class with me today and you are looking forward to the next class, because I know I am. Now I'd like to ask you a big favour. Would you ask your adult to like my channel and share my channel so other children can enjoy it too? And would you ask them to subscribe? I would be very, very grateful for the support. Anyway, thank you again for joining my class, and I hope to see you soon. So bye-bye for now. Bye-bye from Nana Lynn. Bye-bye.